Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. One of my favorite times of year is this time of year. It's springtime. There's something in the air besides the pollen. I love this feature that we did on the show last year, and we're bringing it back again for round two. It's called Rush Weeks. And for the next 3 weeks, we will travel right here at home and stay close with Kennesaw State University. We'll travel across the border to Alabama and go to the University of Alabama, and then right up the road to the University of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So get ready, 3 thrilling weeks back to back with really some great opportunities for young adults going to college and looking for that inclusive learning experience. First up, we stay right here at home with Neal Duchac, the Executive Director for the Academy of Inclusive Learning and Social Growth over at Kennesaw State. Hi, Neal. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Gina?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being on the show. We call these Rush Weeks here on Life with the Spectrum because it's really important to feature different colleges and what you're doing for not just our neurodiverse population, but people with disabilities in general. So tell our viewers about the different programs Kennesaw State has to offer.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. At Kennesaw State, we have 2 programs. Our first one is called the ACE program, and that's our Academic, Social, and Career Enrichment program. And that consists of a 2-year program where students come in and they take 4 classes with our academy. We have 2 teachers in the academy that teach specifically for our academy students, and then they audit a class each term with the traditional university students, and they do that for 2 years. And then if they successfully complete that program, once that's done, then they have the opportunity to enroll in our what we call our ALCD program, which is our Advanced Leadership and Career Development program. And that lasts for another 2 years. And once again, they take 4 classes with our educators, and they also audit a class each term. Our classes are really pretty cool. We have 2 terrific educators, and then the students have an opportunity to take one of about 50 different classes within the university as audit classes, which is pretty neat for them. We send a peer mentor with them, and that person sits in class with them and can take notes for them, and then they'll meet for about a half hour a week outside of class and provide them with just kind of like they'll go back and kind of look at all the information that was shared during the course and answer any questions that the student might have. So it's a pretty nice setup, I think.
How many kids do you currently have enrolled in those programs?
Currently, we have 45 students total. We have about 13 in our ALCD program, and the remainder are in our ACE program.
And how many kids have you seen graduate from these programs, or get their certificates, I should say?
Yeah, so over the course of the program's been in existence since 2009. The first class graduated with 2 students in 2011. And since that time, we've had over 120 students that have graduated. Last year was really a paramount graduation for us because our students actually for the first time graduated with the rest of the university and the Wellstar College
Yay!
that we're a part of. So it was really awesome just to kind of see them cross the stage and to shake hands with the president and the dean. It was definitely a big opportunity for our students.
Now, if you have degree-seeking students that are, say, on the spectrum or with other disabilities, are there different supports in place there at Kennesaw State for them?
Yeah, at Kennesaw State, if you're a student outside of our program, you would receive potentially services through disability services. At Kennesaw State, you would have to go and register with them, and then they would determine what kind of accommodations could be provided.
Well, when we get back with Neal Duchac, the Executive Director for the Academy for Inclusive Learning and Social Growth at Kennesaw State University, we're going to find out how much does all of this cost. Stay with me.
It can be hard to find a sitter you can trust, even more so if your child has special needs, autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome. As parents, we have to protect our children. My Special Sitter has you covered, in-home or on the go. When you need a sitter you can trust, respite is just a click away at myspecialsitter.org.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, Neal Duchac, who is the Executive Director. A long title you have, Neal. Academy of Inclusive Learning and Social Growth at Kennesaw State University. Now, I know every parent is thinking, how much does all of this cost? So, care to share what we're looking at price range-wise?
Yeah, so we'll share by semester. For each semester, it's approximately $2,450 for tuition. There's a $7,000 matriculation fee, which allows us to pay for our staff. And then a person can choose to live on campus. If they choose to live on campus, it's about $3,900 approximately for a dorm room, and then it's about $1,900 a semester for a meal plan.
Okay.
The cost is offset, though, some because presently there's what they call an IPSI grant,
Ooh.
which presently provides for the tuition to be paid for. So that would be the $2,400 or so that tuition would be taken care of. And then also, too, we offer scholarships. This year we've had the opportunity to receive about $65,000 in scholarships that we give up to our students to help defer the cost.
Wow.
And then also, too, our students, because they're considered full-time students, they can be eligible potentially for the Pell Grant, which can be a nice sum as well. And then also, too, a lot of our students are eligible to receive some funding through the Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency.
That brings the cost down so much more affordable for families who might be struggling right now. And to know that there's the IPSI grant out there, other scholarships that kids can apply for. Now, going back to being a resident there on campus, a lot of folks with disabilities, challenges, autism might prefer to stay in private rooms. Are these dorm rooms with buddies? You've got a dorm partner, or do you get to have your private room selection, or do they have it like a pod? I remember when I went to college, I was in a place that had 4 rooms, and then we shared a common area.
Yeah, these are definitely not the dorms when I was in college.
Okay.
They essentially, they each have an individual room, but they share a common area. And it's 2 individuals in a room, and they're paired with another academy student. So they have a single bed and a dresser and kind of like a area where they can store things, and then they share a kind of like a kitchenette and a little open living room type area in a bathroom.
You know what? When you go off to college, I think it's every parent's dream to have their child experience college life. And when we get back with you, Neal, I want to find out some of the great social opportunities that you have happening for our young adults at Kennesaw State University. Stay with me.
At Atlanta Swim Academy, we offer a free baby splash class, ages 3 to 5 months, for amazing parent-child bonding, socialization, water acclimation, and cognitive development opportunity. We are the Atlanta Swim Academy.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, Neal Duchac, who's the Executive Director for the Academy for Inclusive Learning and Social Growth at Kennesaw State University. Now, with these great programs that you offer our young adults there and students on the campus, what kinds of social, opportunities or programs go along with when they sign up for that program? I mean, like, are you guys going bowling? Is there fun things to do, keeping them active and not in their dorm rooms all the time?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Gina. So our students, we have about 75% of them live on campus. The other is 25% commute. And because they're considered full-time students at Kennesaw State, they have access to everything that every other student has access to. So we find oftentimes that a lot of them are in our sports and recreation center. A lot of them go to sporting events. In addition to that, the Academy hosts monthly events. We have bowling that we do. We have a disco night. We have a talent show. We had a game night a couple nights ago with some from people within the community that we work with. So we have plenty of opportunities, and I like to refer to it as mandatory fun because we do get everyone out and engaged, and we clock social hours for them as well.
Oh, is that part of the curriculum there?
It is. We have 3 areas of focus. Our first one is academic, our second one is careers, and our third is social, and we consider them all to be equally important, and we do make sure that they track social hours just so we know that they're out and about.
I love that. Fun and education go hand in hand at Kennesaw State University, don't they?
Yeah, we like to think so.
And Neal, how can people get in touch with you? Because I know that we are now like knee deep in springtime, but say for instance, they have a graduate coming out of high school in the summer. They need to start making their plans for the fall. Where is the best place for them to get in touch with you, Neal?
Well, they can certainly go to our kennesaw.edu website, and if you put in the search Academy for Inclusive Learning or just the Academy, will come up. We're currently accepting applications. Our application window for next fall will close on April 19th. Typically, we open our applications in September for the following year.
Okay.
So So we will be accepting commuters after March 15th until April 19th. But we're looking forward to having some great students for next year.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing all these bright young futures walk across the stage, move their tassels to the other side, thanks to everything that you guys are doing there at Kennesaw State University. Neal, thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
I started thinking when I was talking to Neal there that I wasn't really ready to go off to such a large campus when I turned 18 and went to college. I went to the University of Georgia for a hot minute, and it was a little overwhelming. And it could be a lot overwhelming if you have sensory issues or you're kind of socially awkward. So you might want to consider a place like Kennesaw State University, and they make it affordable with all those grants and funding. Check them out online and make sure you get in touch with Neal today and his fine folks over there. You know, for the next couple of weeks, we are going to travel up the road to the University of Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're going to go across the border and visit University of Alabama, all part of Rush Weeks, one of my favorite segments on the show, because we all have to get our young adults prepared for what happens after high school. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. My son goes to the Cumberland Academy, and they have a very unique partnership with Beacon College. I featured them last year on Rush Weeks. And the Beacon College partnership starts with in-person college classes right here in Sandy Springs. They're hiring more professors to teach right here locally to our children. The, of course, curriculum, well, your core classes, emotional regulation, college relationships, writing skills, and more. Daily check-ins with executive functioning assistants and college transitional classes and counseling too. Daily independent living skills with social activities and culinary classes to get our young adults ready for the real world. It is a unique partnership between the Cumberland Academy and Beacon College out of Leesburg, Florida. And if you're interested, make sure you reach out to Shari right below. There's her email. Thank you so much for checking in to Life with the Spectrum. It is my sole goal to bring you people who are making a difference in the world of disabilities with a heavy concentration of what it is like to be on the spectrum. You know, I continue to find people far and wide. And if you know somebody I need to be talking to, you need to send them their information my way. You can do it by commenting below, or you can email me, Gina@gcast.com. That's GKASTS.com. Till next time, I can't wait to feature Where's the Pom-Poms? We've got another college coming up with Rush Weeks right here on Life with the Spectrum. See ya.
Bye.